So basically, what I learned a couple of years ago was this. In order to really improve your flexibility and see real results, you have to start treating your flexibility training like other kinds of training. So for example, if you're weightlifting, you do sets. If you go running, you give yourself a distance or a time. Where with stretching, people just go, oh, I'm just going to stretch out and hope for the best. And that's fine for maintenance. That's really good for you. It's not bad. But if you want to see gains, you have to treat it like weight training. So for example, today I've got ankle weights on, and I've got weights over here. For any of these exercises, you can still get a good workout from not lifting the weight. So if you don't want to lift the weight, that's fine. But I'm going to show you the option with the weight. Is that okay? So I'm going to start off with this little sequence where we just do a forward curl. Now, depending on your flexibility, you'll either have your feet wide or your feet together. You'll either hold your weight here or you hold your weight here, okay? Depending on your flexibility, okay? So all we're gonna do is we're gonna tip forward and then back up. Tip forward. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna get the timer going on this one. Keep going, just so I don't have to worry about cramping as well as lifting and stuff like everything else. Okay, and let's go, keep going. So forward. And when you feel your hamstrings engage, use your hamstrings to bring you back up. And rest. Okay. Now you can hold the weight in one hand with two hands because you're not really working the hand. So basically we have our legs wide. And we're just going to bend into one leg and then up. Okay. If you want to hold it in two hands, you can. But the idea is you're trying to lunge down while keeping our shoulders over our hips. Okay. And begin. So just going to one arm and down, pop back up. Okay, and switch arms, switch legs, and go the other way. Three, two, one, and rest. Now, this one, two options. Turn one foot out. Just take it down like this. More difficult. You hold the weight in this hand, then touch your foot. Just to show you those levels. Okay. Most of you have the weight in this hand. That's easier. If you want to put the hand in the top, if you want to put the weight in the top hand, you can do that. Okay. And go for it. So look up to your hand and then control yourself up. Keep the legs as straight as possible. And switch hands, switch legs, turn the other leg out, and go for it. This is where you really get to see whether you're tighter or weaker on one side than the other. And rest. Come down to the floor for the next one. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to control yourself back with the weight. If you don't want to use a weight on this one, it's fine. But you're just holding on to your weight here. You lean back and come up. Okay? So, have a go. 30 seconds. Ready, and begin. You might want to curl your toes. Bit more stability. Okay, and rest. Last one to warm up is to do a little bit of weighted bridge. So what happens is put the weight on my lower abdomen, hips, and just push up and back down. Okay, and lifting the hips as high as you can. Keep the knees close. If you've got a block, you can squeeze the block with your two legs, if you like, to keep that engagement going. And ready, begin. Okay, rest. Okay. Now we're going to start doing the sets. So we're going to do 3 sets of each exercise. It's 30 seconds of a round and 30 seconds of a hold. If you don't want to do all 3 sets, that's fine. If you don't have a weight for all 3 sets, that's fine. Okay, but I'm just going to grab my heavier weights now. And the other thing to do as well is to put your back against the wall. That's a really good idea. So everyone find space near the wall. Grab both weights. The reason you go to a wall is so that you keep your back straight. So basically, all you're going to do is a butterfly stretch with your back to the wall. Okay, and you place the weights on your legs. We're going to go 30 seconds, pulses up and down, with a 30-second hold in. And ready, begin. Too much stuff. So nice and controlled, with the idea of the knees going down. And as they go down, try and let them relax a little bit out further every time. Keep going on for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just try and relax. Hold it there. Now, we're going to break up this set with a different exercise. So it gives the muscles a chance to do something different. We're going to do a sumo squat or a toes out plie squat. And the same thing, you can have 1 weight or 2 weights. You're going to go down and up. And then we're going to hold at the bottom 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Okay, so for 30 seconds, chill out. Want to give your legs a shake. I'll just show you the exercise now. You're going to be holding your weight, toes out. You're going to go down and up, making sure you don't bend forward. Okay. Weight ready. Okay. 3, 2, 1, and go. It's not important the weight touches the floor or not. What is important is your back stays straight. Feel the knees pushing out to the side. Three, two, one. This is going to be a tricky bit. Hold at your lowest. Just chill out. Try and chill out. Or put the weight down at any time or come out this the hold. That's fine. And cutting down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then we go back to the wall. Another round of butterfly. Now the idea is on the second round now, your knees should be closer to the floor. That's the idea. Just giving ourselves 10 seconds to get in position. My knees already feel like low to the ground already. 3, 2, 1, and go for it, up and down. Hold the bottom. Rest, 30 seconds to chill out. When you get ready for the next exercise, go back. Those squats. Just give me that little shake out. Okay, and go for it. Should now feel like we can go down a little bit lower. Okay, hold the bottom. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last round. Wow. Yeah. You can feel it, Chris. Sorry. Starting in 10 seconds. I've been doing butterfly stretch for almost 30 years now, and I still, when I start, I can still get my knees to the floor, up and down. But I find if someone stands on my legs, or if I do this exercise 3 sets, I can always pretty much get my knees to the floor. It just shows that it is there, just needs a little bit of encouragement. Chill out. Rest. I set the squats. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and go. Hello, it's drop it on the table. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you. hold the bottom. Three, two, one, well done. Now the good news is we're not going to use the weights for the next 10 minutes. The bad news is that doesn't make the exercise any easier. Okay, so come down to the floor. I explain. So this you'll see now why I'm wearing the ankle weights. You guys don't need ankle weights, just trust me. But again, so what happens now is we're going to do 20 seconds, just hold the position for 20 seconds, then a 10-second break. But then we're going to go back into it. Does that make sense? Okay. So it's going to be 2 rounds on one side and 2 rounds on the other. The first position looks like that. It's called the pissing dog for a reason. You lift your knee up and your hip, knee, and leg are all in the same position while trying to keep a neutral spine. Okay. It's going to hold it there for 20 seconds, bring it down for 10 seconds. Okay. Let's give it a go. Ready and lift. So that's it. Try and keep everything in line and try not to lean to one side. Just breathe and rest. Just shake it out for 10 seconds. We're going to lift that same side again. And lift. Good. Okay, change. In 10 seconds, we're going to change sides. Lift. And down. One more time on this side. Lift. Okay, and rest. Now, we're going to do another 2 sets on each side. It's almost identical, but harder. Watch what I do. I'm going to take my leg out. I'm going to take my heel up and my big toe down. And I'm literally going to lift my leg about 2 or 3 inches off the floor. Okay? You keep that hip engaged. Now, the temptation will be to lift your leg really high. But then you're not working this glute med, the outer glute that you need for the side kick and everything else, okay? So keep the toe about 2 to 5 inches off the floor, okay? So again, we'll do one side, 2 rounds, and the other side, 2 rounds. Okay. There we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lift. Push into your hand. I know it sucks. This is where the term embrace the suck comes in. And rest. Okay, take that again. 3, 2, 1, and lift. And rest. Oh my God, 20 seconds feels like forever. Have a leg. Okay, and lift. Okay, rest. One more time. 3, 2, 1, and lift. Go for it. Three, two, one, rest. Your hips a little TLC. Now, these next two rounds are going to be similar in the 20 seconds, 10 seconds off. But this time, both legs are going to be working, and we're going to have 20 seconds of pushing down. Try to push your knees or feet through the floor. Then, as impossible as it sounds, you're going to have 20 seconds of trying to lift your knees and feet off the floor. You can't do that, but that's the feeling you're going for, okay? We're going to do 2 rounds in frog stretch, and then 2 rounds in the standing split, okay? So if you come into your frog stretch, my timer. So what I'm going to do is when I do the 20 seconds pushing down, I'm going to lift my hands off the floor so I can push down more. And then when I'm trying to lift my knees up, I'm trying to go into my hands and like physically lift my knees off the floor. You don't have to do either, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing, okay? Lifting your hands off the floor sucks, okay? Ready, 3, 2, 1, and push down. So everything now is trying to push those knees through the floor. And I'm starting to cramp up. That's a great feeling. Relax. Straighten my leg out a second. And I'm going to put my hands down and I'm going to try to physically lift my knees off the floor. Okay. And lift. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax. You do that one more time in frog stretch, okay? If you want to skip it out, I totally understand why you would do that. 3, 2, 1, and go for it. Push down. This is what I mean about the set thing. No one wants to do sets of this mobility training. They're like, once, that's enough. But where you really see the benefits is after your muscles are already tired, and then they can expand. I think that's why martial arts gain such flexibility, is because their legs are total in the first 5 minutes. They just keep kicking. That makes sense? So relax. We're going to lift them up. The lifting up is way worse. But I just felt my knees got a little bit further. So I know it's doing some good. Okay, and lift. And relax. Okay, so I'm going to use my kettlebell as support now. If you don't think your kettlebell will support you or is too low for you, you can go near a wall. Okay? Hey, Dan, how's it going? You want to wait for lift? Yeah? I was jumping over things. She gets so worried about me and I start jumping over things to the point where she put her hands on the shield so I couldn't stack any more shields on this thing I was jumping over. It was so funny. She's like, no, Dad, don't grab another shield. It'll be bad for you, okay? So if you want to use your kettlebell, that's fine. If you want to use a wall to put your hands against, that's fine. But basically now, I'm going to be out in my split. That's not going to help. I'm going to be pushing down. And I'm going to put my hands on there. And I'm going to try and lift up, okay? If you want to go near a wall, you can. Danny, it's pretty impossible what I'm doing. You're not helping me. Off you get. Come on now. Yeah, you're not helping at all. Okay, so I'm gonna push down in 3, 2, 1. Come on, Danny, push my legs down. Go for it. Push. Oh, push down. Okay, how come 20 seconds be so long? And rest. Now to help me lift my, that feeling, lift my knees up. I come up onto my heels, my toes up. Then he's demonstrating. Okay, and lift. Lift up. Lift everything up. Physically pulling my legs further apart now. Thanks for helping. Thanks for helping. Thanks, man.
My work here is done.
Yeah. Okay. And then one more round of lifting up. See if I can do this now. Dan, don't come over. Thinking some power. It's like- Okay, I'm pushed down to the floor. Okay, lift up.
No.
No, and lifting up. And rest. Oh, wow. Okay. We're going to use the weights again. Get off them. Just a quick story about where Fergus used to train in Balaam. When we used to go, it used to be the Balaam legislature upstairs in the little room, and we used to have to wait outside, and everyone would fight to get this one balcony where there was a ledge that you could put your foot on to stretch over it. So if I demonstrate now, then off. You can use what you like. You can use a wall or a bench, but it's basically going to be like this. You have your leg out on something. You're going to grab your weight and just hold it for 30 seconds. This is going to be super chill. Okay. So if you want to use the bench, if you want to put your foot on a wall, if you want to use the ottoman by there, you can put your foot on it. I'm gonna grab it. And cool. So yeah, the bench. You want to grab a couple of shields. That's fine. We're literally going to put your leg out on something, just hold the weight for 30 seconds, okay? Super chilled out. Okay? Get all my equipment. Okay. Right. Let's do it. Oh, that was the end. Ah, interesting. Now go. Switch leg. And rest. Now we're going to supersede this with a forward fold. Now, if you're not so flexible, my recommendation is you sit on a block or you sit on a shield or something so it can elevate you higher. Basically, you're going to be in your straddle. And you're going to help demonstrate. Get off. If you don't want to use a weight on this, it's fine. What I'm doing is I'm going to put the weight on my shoulder blades, not your neck. And I'm going to bounce forward and come up. At the end of the 30 seconds, I'm going to lie forward. But if you want to sit on a block to make yourself go higher, that's totally fine. Let me just start this up again. It's a helpful dog. Okay. Main thing is to keep your back straight throughout the entire movement. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Start folding forward. This is not a fast exercise. It's as slow as you want it to be. And then chill out the bottom. Come like that, and go back to the legs. So the nice thing about the wall is you can just put your leg higher up on the wall. I'm going to see if I can put this up slightly higher. You can also stand further away from the object and put more pressure on it. Nice one, Adam. Okay, then move forward. And change your leg in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change. Okay, so up. Oh. Go back. The weight. So you might want to take your legs out a little bit wider. Okay, not you. No, you take my legs out wider. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Start to tip forward. You can fold it a little bit deeper now. And then fall forward. Hold maximum. Yeah, let's teach you. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on up. 4. Last time on the hamstring fold. Yeah, your legs are like jelly now, anytime. One more now. Let's go. Whoa. And start to fall forward. Yeah, switch. So, and the last one is the pancake folds. Five, four, three, two, one. And then pull forward. Okay, now we're gonna have a gentle finish. If there's such a thing. You need like either a cushion or yoga block. Okay, let me just quickly unjag my legs. Okay, so with the yoga block slash pillow, what you're gonna do is lie on your side, in the side on position, down the floor. Okay, so you're gonna be lying in the fetal position with a block in between your leg, and all you're gonna do is lift it up as high as you can and back down. Okay, just gonna chill out. Just wait for the timer to come back to 30 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting. So try and get that heel up as high as possible. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Roll over and start on the other side. Okay, and that is it, guys. If you want to do any other stretches, see if your flexibility is improved. We're going to do some cool down stretches. If you just want to fall asleep, that's totally fine. I'm going to attempt something I've never done before. I've been box splits for a number of years, but I've never been able to successfully hold it there for a minute. So I'm going to try and get in my box split and hold it for a minute. Miss the time on that. Wait a little bit. Three, 2, 1. Preach all this stuff about in order to fully be able to do a stretch, you need to hold it for 30 seconds or a minute. I've never held my box for a minute. After like 10 seconds, I'm like, yeah, I did it. Let's get out of it. Oh, so there you go. My journey for doing splits started 4 years ago now when I first started the loaded mobility. That's the first time I did it. And now I can pretty much do it every time, given the right circumstance.
4 years, yeah.
From, well, no, don't get me wrong. I've been stretching since I was, when did I start martial arts? Stretching since I was 13. But what I'm saying is, I got to a certain bit and then I hit a wall. Like I could never improve. But what happened was, how long ago now? Almost 9 years ago, I started doing yoga, and I saw a big difference in my flexibility. So yoga for a long time, and then once I started doing the yoga, I started to see that I had improvements. Therefore, I started this loaded mobility program. Does that make sense? It was like I conditioned myself to really take flexibility serious, because before, you know, like me and my brother would pretty much do the same stretches every class. Now, at 8 years old, my brother was, he just became ridiculously flexible. Plus, you do gymnastics, that helped as well. But at me at 13, I already stiffened up. So I got good, and dexterous kicking was great. Now, if you look at my black belts, the twins, they can't touch their toes, but they can kick head height and do crazy spinning kicks because dexterity. Yeah.
Without having very flexible.
Yeah.
If you're really used to practice kicking, you can do
Yeah.
what look like flexible kicks, like
Yeah.
you've got no real mobility in your hips and getting by on that use.
But what I would say with just the dexterity is that's when injuries happen. When you're not truly strong at your maximum range, you can kick out and pull a muscle because you're going past what your body can do passively.
You will past what you were controlling.
Yeah.
More of a dynamic triggering thing, and you depending on your muscle memory to take you through. You're not actually depending on your muscles to control the motion. You're much higher risk.
Yeah. But my black belt Richard, who's 60,
Yeah.
he got to a pancake from his head to the floor within 4 years of training.
What's amazing is, for as much as my straight line hamstring flexibility is like nerve stiff, like anything is just hanging past that.
Yeah.
I can still just put my pancake my knees to the floor without any warm up ever. Like, some things stay and some things go away.
Probably be a question. I can go without quite far. Remember when I do my kick doesn't come high as lines, right?
It's dexterity and flexibility, two different things. So the next stretching class you're going to do was with dexterity, which is way more about moving.
And you're also putting your legs through quite a different range of motion. When you would like say you're throwing a roundhouse kick or a hook kick, that's a very
Oh, sorry guys, I left it run a bit long.